You know, Sebastião Salgado once said, it's not the photographer that makes the photograph, it's the person being photographed. After my bride has gotten dressed, all of those preliminary getting ready photographs are taken care of. It's very important. It's sort of something that I've established for myself, sort of a signature image. With my 85-1.4, what I want to do is I want to get some beauty shots of my bride. I want to make this bride look beautiful. I might even show her a couple of these images to give her confidence for the rest of the day. The most important element, what is it, guys? It's light. That's number one. Number two, trust. Remember that. I want that bride to trust me as much as possible. I've already established that a little bit. We've talked a few times on the phone. I've walked in here and I didn't walk in here with gangbusters and I didn't walk in here, terribly boisterous. I was understated, and I'm just really going to try to put myself in her shoes. I want to make her as much at ease as possible. I want to put her sort of in a place where, well, quite frankly, she may never have been photographed by a professional photographer before, and I have to keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do right now, Michelle, I'm going to have you sit on the floor. But first what I'm going to do, because my light source is coming from this window. And again, if you noticed, all these other drapes are closed. I don't want an abundance of light. Remember, it's the quality, not the quantity. The other thing I'm thinking about is background. With an 85-1.4, really what I'm thinking about is bouquet. And that's not like bouquet of flowers. It's B-O-K-E-H. And it means the area out of focus, the quality of the area out of focus. That's what's so great with this lens. The other thing that I try to preach and I teach in all my workshops and seminars is, in order to make this bride look beautiful, choose the right lens. Lens selection here is critical. I'm choosing the 85. Why? Because I think this is going to be the most flattering option. I'm not going to use a 50. I'm not going to use a 24. Can you see me using a 14 millimeter on her face? I'm going to go up to her and, 2 inches from her face and stretch it? I don't think so. So I'm going to take this 85. I'm going to do some different things. You're going to see I'm going to bob, I'm going to weave, I'm going to move, and I'm going to get different images. I'm going to come away probably with 3 or 4 different shots from a successful beauty shot, if you will. Right now I'm going to roll up this carpet because I want this parquet floor to be my bouquet rather than this distracting pattern behind my subject. I go into a lot of hotels and I'm sure they're none too thrilled when they see all the furniture move, they see the carpet all messed up. Well, at least they know I've been there. Michelle, what I'd like you to do, and I do this with each and every bride, I actually show them how to take a seat. And my preference is to have you take a seat, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Sometimes your bride is not going to want to sit on the floor. Here's an easy way to get her to sort of be a little bit more eager about it. I'll ask the bride, hey, Michelle, did you do any sports when you were younger? Are you athletic at all? Now, normally she's going to say, yeah. And then I'm going to say, are you able to take a seat on the floor? Even if she's a little bit hesitant, she's not going to want to say, I can't sit on the floor. I'm not capable of sitting on the floor. The photographs are going to look better if she's sitting on the floor. But sometimes these brides are a little bit squeamish about getting their dresses dirty, about wrinkling it, or anything of that sort. But if I ask it like that, were you athletic? Did you do any sports in high school or anything like that? Are you able to take a seat on the floor for me? And now, Michelle, your answer is supposed to be, yes, I can. So here's what I'd like you to do. I just want you to come over here. I want you to take a seat. You're going to be right in front of my window there. My window, right? It's my window, my hotel. And I just want you to, right over here for me. And I'm going to get this beautiful light on your face, and I'm going to shoot you in many different ways. So if you can, I'm going to help you down here. All right. There we go. I'm going to just have you move slightly closer. That's perfect. Good. I'm going to start off slowly, all right? Obviously, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to establish a proper exposure, all right? In these, I'm going to go to manual. Why, you ask? Well, the element that's going to fill my frame is going to change each and every time, most likely, which could throw our meter off. I'm going to establish a proper exposure where my highlight is. I'm going to really expose properly for that. And then, if I'm in manual, I can continue this entire shoot, this entire situation, shooting at that same exposure value. So I've got my chair over here. I'm going to hope that I don't kill myself. And there have been times when I've stepped on chairs and I've broken them, things like that. This seems a little rickety here, but you know, I'm sure everybody's insured. So here we go. I'm going to step on this right here. Woo! Here we go. We're good, just like that. You're fine. Everybody's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. And all I want you to do, that's it. Lean on your side there. And I just want you to just look at me just for a few. Now, remember what I talked about earlier with regard to choosing the focus point that's going to be closest to the subject that you'd like to focus upon. I'm at 1.4. That's pretty shallow. The other thing I'm at, I chose an ISO of 500. Again, not important. Cliff, what aperture did you shoot at? Cliff, what shutter speed did you shoot at? Doesn't matter. I'm wide open at 1.4. That's all you need to know. Decide what you want with regard to an exposure all by yourself. You've learned that already. If you listen to these lessons, you know that it just doesn't matter. Just get there. So, just for argument's sake, okay, I'm starting at about 400 at 1.4 at 500. I'm thinking it's going to get me in the ballpark. I've chosen a particular focus point, my highest focus point, kind of top left, if you will, because that's sort of where I want to put Michelle's eye. Good, and that's actually, my exposure is right on. I'm going to go to a 500th at 1.4 because I think it's just a little hot. Good. Michelle, you can absolutely smile for me. I'm just going to get a couple of these. That's lovely. Good. The other thing I'd like to mention, and what I forgot to mention, even before I started doing these, I'm literally going to go up to Michelle, and I'm going to take her by the hand and I'm going to say, you look amazing. I'm not going to say, damn, Michelle, you are hot, you are one fine-looking woman. I'm not going to say anything ridiculously stupid like that. I know that there's photographers that actually say, oh, you're so sexy, you're so this. There's no place for those words in any of my images. This is a bride. She's elegant. She's eloquent. And I don't want to make her look anything different than beautiful. I want her mother to look at these images, and I want her mother to say, a couple months from now, I want her to say, that's my daughter. And that's the most important thing for these particular photographs. This is the one opportunity that you have to get it right here. Make this bride look beautiful, make this bride feel beautiful, and make sure that there's a connection between the two of you, because if you don't have that trust, it ain't working. So I've already established that. I'm going to tell her how amazing she looks, and let's face it, we might have brides that aren't the most stunning. I'm working with a model here. She is stunning, but maybe the bride is a little heavy. Maybe the bride has a bad complexion. I don't care. Every bride can look beautiful. I don't have to tell her, oh my God, you're gorgeous. I don't use that word. I'll say, you look amazing. You look great. That's the way you approach it. Not you look hot, not you look sexy. Oh, these are phenomenal images. You look amazing. And I want you to feel amazing. So now that I've established some of that, I'll move my chair a little bit without killing myself. And I just want you to look up towards me. Take your veil in your hand and just wrap it around you just slightly. Good. And I want you to just look up right towards me. And this is a time where I'm actually going to pose. And I don't do a whole lot of posing. The way I approach my portraits of my brides and grooms is much different. It's find the best lighting situations, best compositional scenarios, and just let them interact with each other, talk to each other, walk with each other, goof around with each other. This is different. This is a posed portrait. Does Cliff Mountner do posed portraits? Yeah, this is a wedding. This is not photojournalism anymore. I'm here to capture the essence of my bride. That's what this photograph is about. And if I don't pose it, well, guess what? I'm not going to get it candidly. That's for sure. Good. And you can look right at me. Turn your head this way, just a fraction. That's okay. You can keep that tilt there. Back this way. Good. Right there. We're going to take a few of these. I've got my exposure perfectly set. Good. Bring your chin up just a hair for me. And take your head and tilt it this way just a minute. There we go. Awesome. Now, you'll also notice that I'm above my bride. There's no way I want to get down here and shoot up at my bride. It's much, much more flattering to shoot down on a woman. There's a couple of elements that are key and integral parts here. If she's overweight, you're going to make sure that you hide some of that overweight element. If she's got, well, let's say, not the best profile in the world, you're also going to compress that. That's why we use the 85. The 85 is going to be a long enough lens to compress this entire situation. So I'm going to come back here. Good. Just like that, Michelle. That looks amazing. Actually, that's perfect. Good. And I want you to feel comfortable enough to smile at me, not smile at me, whatever you want to do right now. And let's just try to get a few different shots. If you notice what I'm going to do, you might see me tilt the camera here, might keep up right there. I'm going to come up. And really what I'm doing, I'm just kind of bobbing and weaving. It's almost like a boxer. I'm trying to compose it differently, putting various elements in different parts of my frame. I'll move closer, I'll move away. And what am I focusing on? Remember, I'm trying to focus right on that eye. That's what I'd like to capture here. So I'm focusing right on her right eye because it's closest to me. Good. Now, Michelle, all I want you to do right now is just look down just with your eyes, not so much with your head. See what happens? Go ahead and bring your head all the way down. I lose what I'm trying to really accomplish here. So bring your head, look right at me one more time, and I just, with your eyes, good. Bring your chin down just a fraction, and now really look down with your eyes. That's gorgeous. I'm going to try to capture just her eye there. Good. Good. That's great. That's it. You're allowed to smile, Michelle. Good. I'm going to move a little closer. And now I'm going to get more above her to really increase that shallow depth of field below. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show Michelle what we're doing here to give you an idea. Usually, when I show, she's really shocked. She's like, oh my God, that's me? And that's usually the reaction I get. What is that doing? That's establishing more of a trust. It's establishing the fact that, okay, she likes the picture. It gives me some comfort knowing that I'm doing something right. This right here is going to set the stage for the rest of the day. If you can make good pictures in this situation and you can earn her trust, it's going to be a great day.